Frank Blas Jr. has been pushing for the federal government to make good on the true cost of what Guam spends each year to provide services to FAA citizens under the Compacts of Free Association.
It's important because this report provides to Congress the information necessary to take action on ways to be able to mitigate and deal with the cost that is related to the Compacts of Free Association.
Public law requires the Interior to submit a report to Congress no later than May 1st of each year, outlining the impacts of the compacts and the administration's analysis of such impact and recommendations for corrective action. Blas recently sent a letter to DOI Assistant Secretary for Insular Affairs, Tony Babalta, asking if the report had been submitted. Babalta responded saying it has not because the Interior had not received any comments or reports from affected jurisdiction governors, including Guam's. But Bureau of Statistics and Plans Director Tommy Morrison says the report was in fact submitted on January 31st of this year.
So for DOI to say that because the governors didn't submit a report, of which we know they did, they didn't submit a report to the Congress. That's not what the law says. The law says you submit a report to Congress. They should be able to stay on top of this, and they obviously, they're not. This is obviously not a priority to them. It's a priority to us.
Blas has been working with the Calvo administration on ways to get the federal government to repay the more than $500 million that Guam has spent to provide services under the Compacts of Free Association. Governor Eddie Calvo, meanwhile, says he'll resend the report if necessary.
I do know that other territories that have been affected have been providing reports. I do believe that Guam has been the most diligent since we've been the most heavily impacted. For fiscal year 2011, we did provide a report, a very substantial report, and it basically pegged the cost at almost $100 million.
Governor Calvo says the Interior should stop blaming the governors.
There is no guilt to be pointed at us since we were never the framers of these treaties, but we are, again, feeling those terrific impacts that are just, again, weighing so heavily upon all the members of our community.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.